Well, today I gotta grease my front end. I'm gonna make some playlists about what I do to this to maintain it and my normal things that I do to it, oil changes, so filter changes. I already flushed my entire coolant, flushed my brake lines. I didn't record any of that, but today I'm not gonna get off subject. I have a squeak in my front end somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I know where it's at. Up in here. All these little components got grease zerks on them, and I'm going to grease them today. It doesn't take long, but it's something you should do, especially if you're riding the rain a lot. And I'll show you how I do it. It's simple. Gotta get my grease gun. I carry a grease gun with me, grease, all the necessities that I need since I'm full-time. The only thing I didn't get was rubber gloves. This is a job I like to use rubber gloves for, because I don't want to waste water on trying to clean my hands. I just put rubber gloves on, I can do all this and throw the gloves away and not have to worry about it and not waste water. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded for sure. This one has a lock on the top of it too. You just lock it on there and pump away. A little easier to use. Let's climb under there, get that tarp down there and grease this up. I should probably grab my flashlight, you guys won't be able to see anything. Alright, that's all set up. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lift my RV up pretty high, really high, to get up in there so I can reach all the grease zerks. And then when you drop it down, you should grease it again when they're down, but I don't do that. I lift it up, I grease them up, and then I let it back down. So it kind of gets the grease in there moving around inside them U-joints and whatever else you're greasing down there. A lot of people do their greasing and everything, and they forget about the steering box. So don't forget about the steering box. There's one here, and I believe there's one up on top too I gotta get to. But I wiped it off a little bit so you can see. There's one there, one there. There's one up in there. There's one down here. There's quite a few of them that you want to get. So that's what we're gonna do. Don't forget your steering box. I don't know if you can see it, but just like that till it starts to come out. Just keep greasing it until it comes out. Let's see, let's give it another grease here. Don't do it too fast, because it'll just go out the less resistant point. If you do it kind of slow, get that nice and full in there. Hope I brought enough grease with me. Yep, see it coming out? Yep, we're good. That one's good. Now I'll do this one. That's it's for the steering apparatus. Let's connect to the box. I haven't done the box yet, but that one's next. I think there's 7 on each side. I should have did a little bit more research and wrote things down before I did this, but I'm sure every RV is different, and some RVs probably don't even come with grease zerks. So now there's one down here too. Be very careful not to get grease on your brakes. Okay, it's on the bottom of the wheel assembly, so don't get grease on your brakes. If you notice it, wipe it off, because that won't be good going down the road. Yeah, there's not much light, but if you notice here, there's a little bag in there. It's a piece of rubber. When you start putting grease in there, it'll expand. It'll expand a little bit. That way you know you got it in there. Just a heads up. Don't get any on your brakes. There we go. I got steering arm 1, 2, bottom of the spindle, top of the spindle. There's 4. Did I say 7 on each side? Yeah, there's not 7 on each side. Sorry, guys. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side because of the steering. But I really believe that's where my squeaking was coming from. Every time I would go, it was somewhere in here. It was on this side, and only when it got hot. So this should fix the problem. Gonna stress the fact that make sure you wipe these off really good, because you don't want to push dirt and debris up in there. That's for sure. But I thought I had more than this. I did this a while ago. Huh. Must have been a different vehicle that I was doing. Or I just brain farted, because there's actually 7 points. I said 7 on one side. No, there's 7 points on this one here, because there's 3 more on this side. Sorry you can't see much, but I mean, you understand the gist of it. Just go down there and look around. Look for grease zerks. Don't put grease on top of your bleeder valve on your brakes. So don't do that. This one was pretty dry. It's see, I'm nervous of being around these brakes. So as you do it, you can't see grease coming out. Get up in there and wipe that grease off, because you do not want to get down on your pad. That's for sure. But all I see is old grease coming out. Nothing new yet. Let me keep pumping. Look at that. New grease. That was pretty empty. Huh. Wonder if that boot went bad up in there. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Well, there you have it. I'm not sure how long this video is. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I did 7 points. So if any of you mechanics on here that work on RVs a lot, if I missed anything, let me know. I looked all over there for other grease zerks, and that's all I've ever greased was those. So leave in the comments if there's any more, not only to help me, but to help other viewers, you know, that have RVs and want to maintain them themselves. They probably would have charged you over $100 to do this at a garage. Some things you can do yourself. Oil filters, fuel filters, you can do all that you're on your own. I did all that when I bought this thing. I changed the fuel filter and everything. Didn't change the fuel pump, but if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So, well, there you have it. 7 points I did. Wait a minute. 8 points. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did 8. I forgot about that lower control arm that does the steering, so I did 8 points, not 7. Sorry, guys. I'm learning. I've already done this once. I just never recorded it. I just did it all. So, with that being said, I'm going to make a playlist of RV maintenance. Have a good day, guys. Stay away from crazies. Later.